Emily was an experienced traveler, but even she couldn't have anticipated what would happen to her on this trip. She was vacationing at her favorite retreat in the woods and decided to take a short walk to the nearby pond. She set off down a path she thought she knew well, enjoying the scenery around her as she went, but suddenly her search for the pond led her astray. She made a mistake and got lost. But that wasn't even the most surprising thing for her. Something was off about this forest. The insects were much larger. The vegetation was different from what she had seen before, and time, as it became noticeable, was passing very slowly. Emily had only walked a few kilometers, but it seemed as if several days had gone by. She continued to search for a way out of the forest, but each time she returned to the same spot, as if walking in circles, tired and worried. She decided to find a high point to get a better view of her surroundings. After a long search, she discovered that there was not a single trace of human civilization in the entire forest. That's when she realized her problem was deeper than she had thought. Days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months, and finally one day, a roaring boom led her to the exit of the forest. But when she emerged, she saw buildings she didn't recognize, flying planes, and people in unusual clothing. She was stunned as she took in the culture around her, but a glance at the calendar made her fall to her knees. This horrible year was 2181. Emily had been lost in the woods for centuries. She couldn't believe she had somehow been transported through time and abandoned in a new world. Nonetheless, she was determined not to let fear and despair consume her. She began to adapt to her new conditions and slowly but surely found her place in her new world.